We got the drop.
It's what I do, it's who I am.
I'm a hustler, baby.
No label, the label.
Whoa, what's that mob? It's the biggest mob, Key the Kid, and welcome back to my channel, No Label, the Label. If you like power like I love power, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn your post notification bell so you won't miss any other videos I have on power. Power Book 3, Raise the Kanan is out now, and if you've been missing it, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. But don't you worry, my friend, you fret not, boyo. No Label, the Label got you covered with the most exclusive content in the game. So if you've been missing episodes 1 through 9, you've been left behind. But keep in mind, you can go to my other videos on my channel and enjoy episodes 1 through 9 in full detail because I have spoiler videos. Speaking of spoiler videos, this is the spoiler video for the season finale, Made You Look, episode 10. And this one is one for the books. It will make you look at it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You see what I'm saying? Now, in the last episode, we left off with Raquel and Marvin dropping off Lou. Speaking of make sure you click the link in the description right now. It'll take you to Sad Song Part 2 and Now, see, I have some good news for you guys. Lulu was taken to a a rehabilitation facility. Rock and Marvin are kicking money out of the pocket to make sure Lou stays in the facility. Now, the episode started off with that information, how they was with Lou and all that there. But one of the best scenes is when Marvin tells these FBI agents that they were better off as drug dealers than the fake-ass FBI that they're doing. You know, Gerald wasn't built for the shit that they had them doing, you know what I'm saying, which led to his death. You know, Marvin was over there at Gerald's gravesite, you know, reciting some Bible verses and what have you. You see what I'm saying? Showing his respect to Gerald. But the disrespect from the FBI came when they came over there telling him how, you know, Gerald's girl will be going to foster care because no family member wanted to take her in, and the other one is in the grave. You see what I'm saying? And the FBI agents were telling Marvin that the little girl would be having a hard life. And Marvin was like, man, y'all don't even care about that. Y'all coming at me with this shit like y'all give a damn. They also let him know just because Gerald is gone that they haven't stopped looking at him. They haven't stopped looking into him and his family. Just because Gerald is gone don't mean that the investigation will go away. Now, speaking of going away, Lulu has been going away for 2 weeks at Cheddar Shores. I think they said Cheddar Shores. He's been there for 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? And the therapist asked him who he wanted to talk to the most, who meant the most in his life. And he said Rock. So they called Rock up there, and Rock wasn't with none of that therapy stuff. You see what I'm saying? She wanted to know why they're talking about her when it's about her brother, when it's about Lou. And they were just saying that maybe you're angry, Rock. That's why you're hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because you're angry. That's why you're so angry, because you're hurt and you're just projecting. And Lulu was letting her know that your anger is different from mine because you're hurt, you're mad. You see what I'm saying? Lou is explaining that it's very different. Our anger is different because I'm just over the bullshit and you're hurt. And it's very, very different. And speaking of over the bullshit, Famous goes over to Kanan's house. He knocks on the door to see what up with Kanan. And Kanan was like, man, what you want, Fame? What you want? What you need? You see what I'm saying? And he was like, man, I'm just making sure you good, just checking on you. And Kanan like, why wouldn't I be good? You don't see I'm living in your house, what you supposed to be staying in? I'm doing straight, man. I ought to be asking if you all right. But nah, he was like, man, I just heard Rock got shot at. You know what I'm saying? I heard she made it out, but I don't know if it was true. I just wanted to see if it was good, if everything was all right. You see what I'm saying? So Kanan was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So he put 2 and 2 together real quick and found out that it was Ronnie was the one that did it. Yeah, Kanan put it together quick that it was Ronnie that had the put the hit out on his mama. So when he goes to Snaps, Pops, and Ronnie to talk to them, Ronnie lets him know that you a little boy, and I don't take orders from you. Kanan was like, man, what you got going on hitting at my mama? I thought we was business partners. You supposed to ask me anything. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to ask me before you make a move on anything. You supposed to get my approval. We supposed to have a sit down and talk about this before you make any move, especially on my mama. I told you not to even mess with my family. And that's when Ronnie was letting him know that you a little boy. I'm running this. You see what I'm saying? She came at me, so I had to come at her. She came at us, so I had to come at her. Get out how you live, big dog. And Snaps was just telling them, look, calm down. Y'all calm down. Let bygones be bygones. No harm, no foul. She good. She ain't dead. Be cool, little daddy. Speaking of make sure you click the link in the description right now and go stream whether it be the music video or on iTunes or Spotify. Now, speaking of the word getting out, the word is out that JBX is going to the army. Yes, indeed, the word is out. She told Aisha, whatever the girl name is, look, I don't care about the names, you guys. Y'all know who I'm talking about. JBX. I'm talking about JBX. Yeah, so the word got out to JBX that JBX is going to the army. You see what I'm saying? And she was letting her know that, look, I never been sure about a girl, but I'm sure about you. I never knew I had feelings for you, this and that and the third. So they ended up securing their relationship. And that's pretty good for Juke. You see what I'm saying? Because Aisha and Kanan would have never worked out. Aisha was a little too slow for Kanan. He needs some more Crystal speed. And speaking of Kanan and Crystal, her period late. Yeah, her cycle is late. It ain't on. And she wanted to know why Kanan ain't been hitting her back. She been calling him and whoop, 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 and all that there and everything. And so when she told him, Kanan ain't want to talk about it. She was trying to see if they was in a relationship. Kanan wasn't ready for all that. He wasn't trying to talk about no relationship. He was trying to get loaded. He was trying to chill and smoke. But boom, so Kanan gets kidnapped. We know from the trailer, see different clips that Kanan gets kidnapped. A lot of people thought it was gonna be by Rock, but it was by Ronnie. Yeah. He was kidnapped by Ronnie. He wanted to meet up with JBX face to face to let her know that he didn't have anything to do with Rock getting hit at. That it was Ronnie. You see what I'm saying? Ronnie was the one who did it without his approval. He went behind my back to go hit at my mama. You see what I'm saying? And in the same sentence, he told her that you could tell Rock that I ain't had nothing to do with that. Woo the woo. And JBX was telling him face to face how she's going to the army, how she want to go to the army. You see what I'm saying? And Kanan was like, shit, not me. They gonna bury me right here in the south side. Foes up, foes down. I mean that. Now, I know you guys already seen the clip where Detective Howard was telling Raquel that the jig is up. You know, they coming after us. You see what I'm saying? This was right after she got shot at. You know, she had security at the door. And they let him in because he said that he was the police. See, but what y'all don't know is Howard is not the police right now. He has been suspended. His shield and gun is with the detective. Yeah, because they still questioning him about Marvin, Lulu, and whoever knows who else. You see what I'm saying? So they suspended him right quick until they could come up with some more stuff in the next 2 days to figure out if he will be reinstated or just simply terminated, arrested, and some more shit. Now, speaking of arrested and some more shit, Famous gets arrested for a murder charge for a hat. Yeah, he gets taken in on a M1 murder 1 charge. You see what I'm saying? His mama stupid ass lay around there and won't call herself cleaning up. El Stupido. Dummy just lay around there cleaning up the main closet and found the gun that he killed Freddy with, turned it into the police. Now the police come arrest him on the hat. You see what I'm saying? He talking about he ain't do it. He don't know what's going on, mama. They don't know what they talking about. Woo, 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 woo. So when they get to the precinct, they tell him they lay down all the information and stuff of how he did it and whoop, whoop, whoop. And he was like, man, I ain't copping or nothing I ain't do. I need a lawyer. I need a lawyer. And they trying to let him know that lawyers only complicate things. And so after they leave, his mama was like, man, just tell me the truth. You could tell me. And he said, I ain't do it, man. I ain't do it. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, stay strong, bro. You ain't do it. You see what I'm saying? And she was like, well, you told me that you did something that could change your life. And he said, well, it wasn't this. You see what I'm saying? And when the police come back up another FBI, he was like, man, y'all sending the feds in here to get me to crack the something I ain't do? And he was like, nah, we trying to help you out. He was like, man, my lawyer could help me. He was like, man, lawyer only complicates things. Let's talk about Detective Howard. You see what I'm saying? But at first, they was trying to pin it on Marvin, Kanan, or Famous. Even Lou. You see what I'm saying? But Famous said that ain't adding up. It ain't going like that. You see what I'm saying? So they got to asking him about Detective Howard, how he got arrested that time and how it got the charges dropped if charges were going to be applied. He got him out with no bail, no questions asked. He wants to know more about that. And so his mama was like, tell him what you know, baby. Tell him what you know. And he said, okay, I want a lawyer. I want a lawyer. That's right, Famous. Stay strong. Hold your head up, boy. You on red? You come back. Free flame. Now, speaking of flame, this shit got it hot. Ooh, is it getting hot in here? It's heating up. Now, this Squidward squirrel looking motherfucker right here. Salute, salute, salute. I don't know nobody who could have played this part better. Real talk, other than me. You see what I'm saying? Stars, holler at me. But look, man, salute. You had a great run, buddy. Till you didn't. Speaking of till you didn't, that's what happened when Marvin was talking to Snaps and Pops. He said, man, it's finna be a war. And Snap said, not for Switzerland. And we're Switzerland. And Marvin said, until you're not. You see what I'm saying? So they also had another sit down with Snaps and Pops, but Marvin wasn't there. No. It was Detective Howard and Raquel. Y'all seen that photo. I ain't got time to go get it. You see what I'm saying? So they was like, well, what does Ronnie want with me? We know he the one who got him. We know he the one who got Kanan, this and that and the third. So yeah, Ronnie is the one who kidnapped Kanan. Kanan knew. He was like, man, I knew this was Ronnie Van. I'll pay y'all twice with. And they wasn't trying to hit none of that. So they Snaps and Pops ended up telling Raquel what Ronnie wanted. He wanted dope and the connects, and he wanted 500K. And they like, he want 500K. What the heck? Man, what is going on? That's a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? So Raquel went to Stefan to get the money because she don't have all of it in liquid. And Stefan like, man, that's a lot of money you asking of me. That's a lot of paper. You see what I'm saying? And she was like, I know. That's why I'm gonna put up my house and my plaza. And he was like, man, that little mini mall on the south side ain't gonna be big enough to cover this. And he was like, well, that's why I'm putting up my house too, the real estate, all that there. And he was like, well, I guess so. I guess I'm gonna help you out. I hope your son know how much you love him. And she was like, I hope he do too. You see what I'm saying? So boom. Howard said he was gonna come to the meeting too because he wants to make sure that it goes smoothly. He wants to make sure Kanan gets out alive and Rock get out alive. He wants to make sure that is at least the last good thing he does for his quote-unquote family. You see what I'm saying? So they gather up the money and shit like that. So they go over there and Ronnie was like, shit, I wasn't gonna let you in 5-0 until Kanan told me who you was to him. Scandalous, scandalous, scandalous. And that was like, it takes one to know one. And then Howard just let him know, look, we ain't here for the talking, we here for the boy. What a boy at? He said, I can't give you nobody that ain't kidnapped. And so Rock was like, Kanan, you set all this up? And he was like, yup. And Ronnie said, I don't want the money. The money for Kanan. I just need the product and the connect. And she said, Kanan, I hope you know what you doing. And he said, yes, I do. And speaking of yes, I do. Looks like we're out of time for today's video. If you like today's video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Turn your post notification bell so you won't miss any other videos I have on Power. It's the mob, biggest mob, key to kid. Yeah, that's how I'm rocking since y'all want to act like that, do all the trolling like that though. Yeah, but I still fuck with you. Part 2 on the way, man. I could drop it any day, anyway. You already know how I'm rocking. It's the mob, the biggest, man. Key to kid.